Thanks for watching my channel one more week, and welcome if it's your first time. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, click the bell and share with your friends. This week we're gonna be making a delicious meaty lasagna with cheese. We're going to start by cleaning 2 whole onions. And now that we're done cleaning our onions, we're gonna dice 2 whole onions. Now we're going to use a whole head of garlic. I know I said it a few times already, but if you smash the garlic with the side of the knife, it's gonna be easier to remove the skin of the garlic. Now that we're done cleaning our garlic, we're going to use our garlic crusher. So we're gonna press our garlic. And if you don't have this tool, don't worry about it. You can use your knife and chop it finely. And we're going to repeat the process till we're done with all the garlic. Hold your horses, hold your horses. Remember, you can always substitute and replace the ingredients for any ingredient that you prefer. In this case, I'm using frozen spinach, but you can substitute and use fresh spinach or any vegetable that you prefer. Since we're going to be using frozen spinach, make sure to remove the water so it doesn't make your lasagna all watery. We're going to start by preparing our ricotta filling. We're gonna use 16 ounces of ricotta, but you can substitute it with mascarpone or even cream cheese if you like. Now we're going to add 16 ounces of shredded mozzarella. Now we're going to use 1 cup of fresh marinara. You can go back to my videos and learn how to make a pot of marinara, or you can use a container of marinara. Now we're going to make sure to mix well all our 3 ingredients. In a large bowl, we're gonna add 1 pound of ground pork. In the same bowl, we're gonna add 1 pound of ground beef. And we're going to be using this 50-50 mix for our lasagna. I always say less is more when you're making red meat, and you don't need to over season it. So we're going to be using salt and pepper. It's gonna be a tablespoon of each. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder and 1 tablespoon of onion powder. We are going to make sure we mix it well till the pork and beef is mixed together. In a large pot, we're gonna add hot water so we can cook our pasta. Set up your stove on high heat. Anytime that you're going to cook pasta, make sure to add salt to the water. Once the water starts boiling, that means it's ready, so we can add the pasta. Make sure to read the recommendations on the box, and once the time has passed, you can remove it. Make sure to pass it through cold water and put some oil so it doesn't stick. We're going to add oil to a hot pan. Once the oil is hot, we're gonna add our chopped onions. Make sure to move them around so they don't burn. Once our onions have the beautiful golden color, we can add our spinach. Like I said before, you're the boss on your kitchen, so don't be afraid to use new things, enjoy the kitchen, and you can substitute the spinach for whatever ingredient you prefer. Don't be afraid to try new things. We're going to season it with salt and pepper. We're going to make sure to mix it well so everything is seasoned evenly and everything cooks perfectly. We're going to put it aside so we can add it to the meat later. To the same pan, we're gonna add more oil and we're gonna add the garlic that we crushed before. Mix it around and let it get a little bit of color, but don't let it burn. The garlic has a little bit of color, we're gonna add the 2 pounds of meat. With a wood spoon or a spatula, we're gonna crush it around and separate the meat so we don't get large lumps. Through the process, we're gonna make sure we mix it around so it cooks evenly and it doesn't stick all together. Once the meat has cooked, we're gonna add the spinach and onion mixture. And now we're going to make sure we mix all our ingredients so they're nice and evenly. And since now we have all our ingredients cooked, now we can start preparing our lasagna. You can use any deep container. In my case, I'm using a disposable container, so it's gonna be easier to clean and make it easier for myself. And it's also good if you wanna freeze it. We're going to start by preparing our first sheet of lasagna. We're going to add a layer of marinara that's gonna prevent the pasta of drying out and burning. Now we're going to add half of the meat and spinach mixture that we made, and we're gonna spread it evenly. To add half of the ricotta and cheese mixture, and we're going to make sure to cover all the surface. We can never have enough cheese on the lasagna, so let's add a quarter cup of shredded mozzarella. Let's add a second layer of lasagna sheets. We're going to repeat the previous steps to make a second layer on the lasagna. So we add another layer of marinara. Now you can add the rest of the spinach and meat mixture. This is a trick that many restaurants uses to make your lasagna extra creamy, so we're gonna add 1 cup of heavy cream. Shh! Just don't tell anybody, it's a secret. Now we're going to add the rest of the ricotta mix and make sure you cover every square inch of your lasagna. We're going to add a quarter pound of shredded mozzarella. If you want to add more cheese, you can add more, don't be afraid. We're going to add the last layer of pasta. We're going to top off the lasagna with some marinara to make sure it doesn't burn. And make sure to cover all the surface. We're going to add half a cup of shredded mozzarella and make sure to cover the whole surface. And to make it even crazier, we're gonna add half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. That's gonna elevate your taste and it's gonna give it a beautiful color. Set up your oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. Once the oven is warm, you can add your lasagna. And after 20 minutes, voila! Our lasagna is ready to be removed from the oven and it's time to enjoy this delicious lasagna. These smells are giving me a watery mouth, mamma mia! Now it's time to taste this delicious lasagna at home. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, click the bell and share with your friends. I will see you next week for a new video. Enjoy! Remember that all the ingredients can be found on the description box. Enjoy!